Good afternoon, students. Today we start the new topic of our lesson of our chapter file handling. The topic is flush function. The topic is flush function. You all know that whenever we are closing the file by using the close function will force the memory buffer to write the contents to the file. We all know this thing. Now we will see what is the use of the flush function. When you write onto file using any of the writing functions, Python holds everything to write in the file in buffer and pushes it onto actual file on storage device a later time. Okay. As I told you, we seen this in the write and write lines function. Whenever we are writing data onto the files by using the write function or by using the write lines function, whatever data we are inserting that will be hold into the memory buffer. Okay, जो भी डेटा हम write या फिर write lines मेथड से लिखते हैं या फिर पास करते हैं फाइल के पास, वो डेटा मेमोरी बफर में कुछ टाइम के लिए होल्ड करके रहता है एंड दैट डेटा विल बी पुशेस ऑन टू एक्चुअल फाइल. ओके, जो भी डेटा हम लिखते हैं दैट डेटा विल बी पुशेस ऑन टू एक्चुअल फाइल ऑन स्टोरेज डिवाइस एट अ टाइम. आफ्टर सम टाइम द डेटा विच इज टेम्पररली hold by the memory buffer will be pushed onto the actual file on the storage device. So for this we can use flush function to force Python to write the contents of buffer onto storage. So what we can do by using the flush function, it will force Python to write the contents of buffer onto storage, the contents of buffer onto storage. Okay, so by using the flush function क्या करेगा, flush function force करेगा Python interpreter को whatever data will reside onto the memory buffer that will be transferred to the storage. Okay, now next point, Python automatically flushes the files when closing them. That is, this function is implicitly called by the close function. Okay, whenever we are closing the file by using the close function, so Python automatically flush the files. Flush the file means what? Whatever data will reside onto the memory buffer will automatically pushes onto the actual file. ओके, सो जो फ्लश फंक्शन है वो इम्प्लिसिटली कॉल होता है. ओके, सो फ्लश फंक्शन विल बी इम्प्लिसिटली कॉल्ड बाय द क्लोज फंक्शन. एज आई टोल्ड यू, आफ्टर ओपनिंग द फाइल you perform some manipulation task, you will write onto the file. Okay, so you have to compulsorily close the फाइल बाय यूजिंग द क्लोज फंक्शन. ओके, ये चीज़ मैंने आपको पहले भी बताई है जब हमने राइटिंग ऑन टू फाइल्स देखा था. राइटिंग ऑन टू फाइल्स में हमने देखे थे दो मेथड्स देखे थे. एट दैट टाइम आई टोल्ड यू व्हाट इज़ द यूज़ ऑफ द क्लोज फंक्शन. ओके, सो whenever you are calling the close function will implicitly call the flush function. Now flush function flush the data before closing any file. Flush करना means what? पूरा clear कर देना. Flush means clear. Okay, so flush function flush the data before closing any file. जो भी डेटा मेमोरी बफर में रिमेनिंग रह जाता है उसे फ्लश करने के काम, उसे क्लियर करने का काम कौन करता है? फ्लश फंक्शन करता है बाय बिफोर क्लोजिंग एनी फाइल. मतलब फाइल क्लोज होने से पहले फ्लश फंक्शन मेमोरी बफर में जो भी डेटा बचा हुआ है उसे क्लियर करने का काम करता है. सो नाउ वी विल सी द सिंटैक्स ऑफ द फ्लश. दिस इज द सिंटैक्स. फाइल ऑब्जेक्ट dot flush. File object is created by the open function. Flush is the name of the method which is used to flush the data before closing any file. Now there is a one note. The flush function forces the writing of data on disk still pending in output buffer. What is the use of the flush function? It forces the writing of data on disk स्टिल पेंडिंग इन आउटपुट बफर या फिर मेमोरी बफर में अगर कोई आपका डेटा पेंडिंग है, उस पेंडिंग डेटा को फोर्सफुली राइटिंग करने के लिए बोलता है ऑन टू द डिस्क. कौन बोलता है? फ्लश बफर. इट विल फोर्सफुली write the data on disk which is pending onto the memory buffer or output buffer. Now we will see one program using flush function. F equals to open inside the bracket data.txt comma w plus. F is the name of the object, file object. F is the name of the file object. By using the open method, we are opening the file data.txt. We are opening the file data.txt. W plus is the mode, file mode. Now, what is the use of the W plus? W plus means what? It will allow the interpreter to read and write. It will allow to open the file with write and read mode. What plus will indicate here? Plus indicates here means the file will open in the write and read mode both. Which file will open? Data.txt. And what is the name of the file object? F. Okay. Now we will move forward. F.write the output is. What is the use of the write method? Write method will write one string onto the file by using the file object. So now I want to write only one sentence. The output is with new line character. Which is your new line character? /n. /n is your new line character. Okay. So this complete line will be passed to the file. Which file? Data.txt. By using which operator? Not operator. By using what? By using the file object. F is the file object. Okay. F.write my plus work status plus is. Now again I want to add some line to the file. Now see, in this line I used here plus operator. What is the use of plus operator? To concatenate the strings or words. Concatenate, you can say concatenate or you can say for joining. Okay. Plus operator is used to join two sentences, is used to join two words. Okay. So my work status is. So it is a complete one line. My work status is. That will be also write onto the file data.txt by using the file object or file handle F. Okay. Now next we will see F.flush. What it will do now? With this statement, the strings written so far, that is the output is. Two strings we written here. The output is and my work status is. These two lines I written onto the file by using the write method. Okay. So with this statement, with which statement? With F.flush. The string returns the output is and my work status is have been pushed onto actual file. To the actual file. अब ये जो दो लाइन्स है वो कहाँ पे है? This two lines is in the file object. Okay. Which is your file object? F is your file object. This is your file object. So these two lines is in the file object, or you can say that will be on the memory buffer. Okay. So these two lines have been pushed to the actual file on disk, that will be pushed to the actual file onto the disk. Which is your actual file? Data.txt. Data.txt is your actual file. So by using the flush method, remember, whenever you want to call any method which is related with the file, you have to call the name of the method, the name of the function by using the file object, f is your file object. Okay, so flush will push these two lines onto the actual file, that is the data.txt, onto the disk. Now next, s equals to OK. Now I passed a string OK to the variable s. F dot write s. Now s is having a string. Which string? S is having OK. So it will write OK. It will not write s onto the file. It will write what? It will write OK, which is saved into the string s. S is the variable of the type string because it is holding the string type. Okay, that's why s is the string type variable. S is the string type variable. Clear? So it will write OK. Now next, f dot write slash n. Now by using this write method, it will add only new line character. New line character is represented by the slash n. So now this time this write method will write new line character, that means new line into the file. Okay, then f dot write finally over slash n. Now last line is the finally over slash n. Again here we inserted new line character by using the slash n. Now we are having 3 lines. How many lines? 3 lines, or you can say 3 strings. Which 3 lines? First OK, then slash n, then finally over. Now these 3 lines मे बी ऑन द मेमोरी बफर. ये हो सकता है इसमें से तीनों में से कुछ लाइन मेमोरी बफर में हो, 1 या 2 लाइन, और कुछ लाइन फाइल में ट्रांसफ़र हो गई हो. बट नाउ वी विल सी हाउ वी कैन पुश दिस. ओके, सो f dot flush. So the flush function ensures that, okay, before now finally over I written into the in the last line. ओके, मतलब मेरा अभी जो राइटिंग वर्क है, जो मुझे मैनिपुलेशन करना था, दैट्स ओवर नाउ. ओके, सो द फ्लश फंक्शन इंश्योर्स दैट वॉट एवर इज हेल्ड इन आउटपुट बफर इज रिटर्न ऑन टू द एक्चुअल फाइल ऑन डिस्क. ओके, नाउ आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट ऑल 3 lines on to the memory buffer or on the output buffer. It may happen that 2 lines will be, means these 2 lines is copied into the file, but this 3rd line is not copied into the file. It is in the memory buffer only. So whenever I am calling the f dot flush, so ये f dot flush क्या करेगा? अभी जो मैंने second time कॉल किया है, it will ensure that whatever is held in output buffer, मतलब output buffer में अगर कुछ डेटा reside होगा, अगर कुछ डेटा बचा हुआ होगा, that will be written onto the actual file on disk before closing the file. Now after this I am calling f dot close. So by using f dot close, फ्लश से क्या हो जाएगा? मेमोरी बफर में या फिर आउटपुट बफर में जो भी डेटा बचा हुआ रहेगा, जो भी लाइन्स बची हुई रहेंगी, दैट विल बी पास टू द file, that will be written onto the actual file on disk. And f dot, by using f dot close, it will break the link in between the file object and the file which is stored onto the disk. Okay, so in this way we can use the flush function to force the writing of data on disk स्टिल पेंडिंग इन आउटपुट बफर। अगर आउटपुट बफर में कुछ डेटा पेंडिंग है, उस डेटा को हमें डेटा डिस्क पे अगर राइट करना है तो at that time we can use the flush function. Okay, so here flush function is over. Now we will see the introduction of the removing white spaces after reading from file. We will see the introduction of removing white spaces after reading from files. Okay, now what is the meaning of these white spaces? Okay, whenever reading from the file, okay, we seen three types of methods. Read from files, Python provides three types of methods, that is a read line, read lines. Okay, we seen this. Now we also seen one example of poem.txt. We had one file poem.txt. In that first line is why question mark. So in the first line only heading is there. Before why word it is having lots of blank space, white spaces, and after question mark it is also having number of white spaces or blank spaces. If I want to remove that white space, if I want to remove that blank space, new line character, so I can remove that. Okay, I can remove that by using one method. So which method we can use for removing that white spaces, for removing that special characters, for removing the slash n? Okay, so that we will see now. First we will see read and readline functions read data from file and return it in a string form. Okay, so when we are reading data from the file by using the read and readline function, it is reading the data from the file and returns in the form of the string. Okay, that we know very well now. Then we seen also readlines function, and it will return the entire file. Okay, it returns the entire file contained in a list where each line is one item of the list. मतलब अगर मेरे फाइल में अगर 10 लाइन्स है तो one line, first line is the first element, first item of the list, second line is the second item of the list, and so on. 10th line is the 10th element item of the list. So in this way, by using the readlines function, we can read the entire content of the file. So all these read functions also read the leading and trailing white spaces, that is the spaces or tabs or new line characters, all things. Okay, so whenever we are reading data by using the read functions, what happened? It read leading and trailing white spaces. Leading and trailing white spaces means what? That I told you. We seen one example, that is a poem.txt. We had one file. So at the top means heading of the poem. Okay, it is having lots of leading white spaces and trailing white spaces. Okay, it may be white spaces or it may be tabs, and also that it is having the new line character, that means one blank line. Okay, so we can remove this. Okay, so if you want to remove any of these trailing and leading white spaces, you can use strip functions. Which function is used? Strip function. Strip function is used to remove trailing and leading white spaces, tabs, and new line characters. Okay, now this is just introduction I given to you. In the next video, we will see how we can use the strip function for removing the trailing and leading white spaces. But just remember that whenever we are reading the file, whenever we are reading any data, any content of the file by using the readline and readlines method, it will read the entire file. It will read the entire file with leading and trailing white spaces, tabs, and new line characters. But if you want to remove that unnecessary data, it's unnecessary data, that is white spaces, tabs, and new line characters, it's not useful for us. Okay, so if you want to remove this, so you can remove this by using the strip function, Okay, so for today it's over. In the next video, means tomorrow, we will see strip function in detail. Till that, Stay home, stay safe. Thank you and have a nice day.